Thank you, Sergeant. Now, she turned her attention to Tank, sitting directly across the table from her. She leaned forward and adjusted her glasses to peer at him. Tank, as you can see, we are very real. We did a deal on our deathbeds to look after you lot. God knows why. We work 24/7 with criminals, witness warlords and other species, on the planet, in the skies, below ground, and more recently, we are fighting to keep our place in the universe. We see the worst of the worst, and the best of the best. We stop a few stray asteroids, and the nastier of the outer space visitors. We put up with incessant meetings that drain our souls, and... Anton tapped her politely on the shoulder. "Would you like a cup of tea, ma'am?" he whispered. "You seem a little stressed." "No," she eyed him. "Do you have anything stronger? Champagne?" Anton winced with apology. Sorry, no champagne, ma'am." "Don't worry, next time. I'll have some back at the office." She tapped him back and whispered, "Stock up. Bolly will be fine." He nodded. She returned to her rant. "And on a daily basis," she sighed, "we have to try and communicate with a bunch of idiots on this planet who aren't listening, don't understand their peril, and don't even notice we exist, no matter how bloody obvious the signs are that we leave for them. I mean, animals and babies know we're here. What is wrong with ERTHfolk? Oh, the stupidity is mind-numbing. We also have to work with those below, who have no scruples, want your souls in their sewer, and stink like hell. None of us have ever worked so hard in our entire earthly lives, and I've worked in some very busy places. Counter-terrorism, MI5, MI6, to name but a few. We take life, give life, dish out karma, and make decisions within the blink of an eye that you would not have the brain capacity to think about. We don't get any thanks, have a griefy command board of Karens watching our every move, spies in our camp trying to close us down, all our exes and enemies up here, and a universe out there that would make your toes curl. We are not the only fucking aliens in the cosmos. So, when someone doesn't believe in us, you understand why one could get a little fucking tetchy about it, don't you?" Tank stared at her, open-mouthed. So many questions. She stared back, waiting for an answer. He finally nodded. "Yes, ma'am." "So, if you want to continue, do so. But if you don't, let me know now so that I can wipe us and this unit from your memory. You can leave and just go back to being a normal Bobby. To be honest, it's an easier life, and the missus would probably enjoy you being home more." "Whoa! Now, wait a minute." Naylam slammed his hand on the table, biting his lip, trying to remain calm. "We need him. He's a valued member of the unit. You came to us, remember? We didn't ask for you lot to suddenly start falling through the ceiling. You can't go round getting rid of us." "I can, and I will." Maggie glared at him. "This is not a game, Sergeant. This is life and death, good and evil, above and below ground. The survival of a very small planet in a very big universe. You don't mess around when you work with the fallen. You're in or out. If I left him here, unsure of what he wanted to do, he would be susceptible to the witnesses and their spies. I can't put my unit at risk like that." They all stared at Tank, the weight of the world suddenly on his shoulders. "Actually, ma'am," he smiled, "my missus would divorce me if I came home more often." He leaned forward to stare her down. "If a woman dares to come in here and break our balls, and then give a speech like that for the sake of those under her command, I would gladly work with her, because I know that she had my back, and I like that. Love me or hate me, I'm not going anywhere, ma'am. Take that with your twin-setting pearls and smoke it, missus." The table held their breath. Moira and Naylam smiled at him, chuffed at his answer. "I think that's a yes, ma'am," Moira shrugged. "Seems like we're a team." The gang couldn't resist. They stood up and broke out in applause, shouting praise at him. He looked around the room, nodding thanks. "And mine's a pint." Maggie stood to join in the applause. She liked this lot. "I'm a miss, actually," she smiled. "Right. I was just checking. Welcome to the Fallen, Earth Unit. I'm off. I think I'm going to enjoy working with you." Turning to push her chair back from the table, she remembered one more thing. "And, most importantly, don't call me Mom. I hate it. Call me Maggie, okay?" And with that, she disappeared in a swirling rush of energy and expensive perfume. The gang stared at the space she'd vacated, a little sad she'd left so quickly. They had questions. Anton flopped onto the table, taking a first proper breath since Maggie arrived. "Oh my God, I love her," he sighed. "She's scary," murmured Matt. "Welcome to my life," sighed Amy, shaking her head. "But if you're in a war, you'll want her on your side." Matt turned to Amy. "Do I know you?" he asked. Yes," winced Amy.